Hello Aquarius, welcome to Timsy Naked Tarot, or welcome back to Timsy Naked Tarot if you are a regular viewer. If you are new here, don't worry, Timsy is not naked. The tarot reads are naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can by using this plain deck to bring in the star sign or type of star sign of the person we are doing the read about. And in this particular case, it's a fire sign who is a couple of years older than you, okay? So this is a singles read, as you probably know from the thumbnail and possibly title. Yeah, okay. It is a general read as well. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Not every read can. Go and check out the All Signs overview, see if anything else resonates with you. After all, we have lots of various different star signs in our birth chart. Maybe you're acting from one of them instead of your sun, moon, or rising. In that All Signs overview, you had the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is there is a turn of events coming. Things are going to change. It could be a 180. If you're single, you might be getting involved with someone. Things like that. And so that could be for this fire sign. It could be for you. At the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be starting a romantic relationship or anything like that. It just means you're single. The way the universe sees that is you're not attached to anything. You haven't committed yourself to anything long term. That could be a relationship, that could be work, that could be a friendship. It doesn't really matter. So let's have a look at what's going with our Wheel of Fortune. We have got the Knight of Swords, and we have got the Three of Wands. Okay. Yeah, basically, the Knight of Swords is you are straight out with that. The Knight of Swords is you're getting some form of information. You're finding out some sort of truth of the situation or of the matter. And it's all happening fast before you really have time to think or assess. So, got the cards out. That's going to be the situation. That's going to be how the fire sign is connected to it. This is going to be the potential overall outcome. That is the overall energy of the read. Before we start doing all that, I'm going to put you on pause for a second while I clear my throat. Okay, that's a little bit better. I can't hear me wheezing quite as much, or I can't hear me wheezing quite as much, which is more to the point. Okay, so the overall energy of this is the High Priestess. Okay, as I said, yeah, a secret may be being revealed. The High Priestess is the secret keeper of the tarot deck. Or it could be intuitively, intuitively the overall energy of this read is, well, you kind of know. Okay, so the situation. We've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. Now, what that is telling us is there isn't really sort of any romantic offering coming towards you, or in this situation, there isn't really any planning for the future or anything like that, because the Knight of Cups is meant to be looking into that cup and sees the future that he wants. Obviously, the Knight of Cups would be on a mission from the King of Cups to deliver a love message, but he's sort of like dreaming and thinking about, well, what would it be like for him to be in that situation? So the future he wants. I say he, it's just a he on the card. Doesn't necessarily mean your person is a he. Doesn't mean this person is a he. Doesn't mean that you're a he. Or it's just a he on the card. Okay, so roughly translating that into a situation, and the fact that we're doing a singles read and with the Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of just telling us that this is just going to be something really so unexpected. It's just going to happen. Okay, there's no plan. There's no plan to it. There's no anything else. It's just going to be all of a sudden you're going to find yourself in some form of relationship. You weren't planning on it. You weren't thinking about it for a long-term future situation. You weren't even thinking about offering this situation any form of love or anything like that. It just happened. One day you wake up and think, wow, I love this person. Possibly. Okay, so we've got the High Priestess coming out again. We've got the Two of Swords. We have got the Hierophant. Well, All the advisors are coming out today, look. And we got the Knight of Wands as well. So, as I said, the High Priestess, there is a secret coming out, okay? Again, linking in with everything else, this is a secret what was never planned to come out, okay? It could be just, the secret is, well, wow, I woke up and I love this, or I like it a lot, or I've got a job. It could be that. Okay, with the Two of Swords, there is a big choice to be made, though. Within this situation. Yes, the secret's out, or your intuition is telling you what to do, but there's a big choice, which might require possibly some form of advisement. Maybe you need to go and see someone who is better. Oh, no, that's not the right word. Who is like, has been through the situation before. Okay? So let's just say, for example, you wake up one morning, you pick up your post, you open it up, and you find that you've got the job for one of the interviews you went for. Okay? But maybe, like most of us do, we tell little white lies, or we embellish the truth on our CVs, and you're not quite situated for that job. And so perhaps you're going off to find someone who has been in this sort of field of work before to get advice of them. But the choice is, do I take it? Do I not? It's a hard choice to take. If you're looking for a job and you finally got a response back from all your interviews, which is saying you've got the job, then it's like, well, I should take that because I need a job. But then on the other hand, well, I kind of don't know what I'm going to be doing in that job. I'm not really equipped for this job. I don't really know much about it. With the Knight of Wands coming out at the end there, it's kind of pursuing your passions. So let's just say, for example, you have been working in the clerical or admin trade for all your life. You've been a secretary, you've been an office worker, whatever it may be, and you applied for a job to become an animal keeper at the zoo, or a groundskeeper at a golf course, because you thought, I quite like being outside, I quite like animals, I like potting around in my garden, so maybe sort of like a groundkeeping job would be nice for me. And you've got that job. So yes, go for it. It's come to you. It's yes, do it. And intuitively, you know if you can or can't do it anyway. It sort of helps you make that decision. But it could be the change you need. It could be that wheel of fortune. Everything's turning. Yeah, I'm leaving my established trade and going off and doing something totally different I have no idea about whatsoever. It's fun. It's an adventure. Okay. Crossing all this is the Magician. And again, this is obviously maybe in a relationship as well. Yeah. Maybe you've always gone for one type of person, or always gone for the same sex, or always gone for the opposite sex, and you've decided to, maybe on a laugh, a drunken dare or something like that, you've decided you're going to swing it up and go the other way, and it's worked. Okay, which is now leaving you in the decision, well, okay, do I pursue this or not? Okay, crossing all this is the Magician. The Magician is saying that everything is ready to go. This could be magical. Okay, I am feeling all the magical side of the Magician coming off, not the trickster side, and not really the cobbler side of the Magician. This could be magical. This could be everything you always wanted. It's all the aces on the table in front of the Magician there. They've got everything you need to progress with your journey. Okay, let's have a look at how this fire sign is connected. Oh, the Three of Wands, look, setting the intentions. It is possible. Look, the Lovers was underneath the Magician. Let's see what else we've got. The Seven of Cups. We've got the choices. The Lovers by definition is like the universe's choice. The universe is kind of on board with this. It's like saying, yeah, this could work well for all of us. Okay, and then we've got the choices, or the illusion of choices, or the delusion of choices. Perhaps you believe you do actually have choices. Obviously, if you believe in destiny and you're going to be where you need to be at the right time, then, well, yeah, you might believe you don't have any choices, but you do. You always have choices. Okay, it's up to you. You might not like the choices. They might not be beneficial. I mean, you could be in a situation where it's like do something what goes totally against your morals, or not do it and get killed. And, well, yeah, they're your options. You still got the choice. You can stick to your morals and die, or you can betray your morals and live. That's the choice you're being offered. But anyway, we got the 9 of oh God, I say all that. We got the 9 of Swords after that. Well, that is that dilemma I've just sort of said. Yeah. So for the relationship situation I just offered, where maybe you always go for a certain type and you've gone for totally the opposite, and now you've got the choice. Well, do I go with that or don't I go with that? Okay, obviously we're not talking about a life or death situation like I explained it, but it could be a complete change of everything. It could be, well, do I go for the same sex, or do I stay with the sex I always go for? Or do I go for the sex I always go for, or do I go for the same sex, different sex? I don't know, however it is for you. And then we got the 7 of Wands. Well, that's been the defensive part of your morals. Do I stick to my morals and die, or do I break my morals and live? Obviously, you can understand why people pick the breaking of the morals, because, yeah. Anyway, so 3 of Wands, how this fire sign is connected. The fire sign is connected. They're setting the intention to do something. Okay, they're waiting for the right moment. This could be the person who is linking up with you into some form or another. Maybe the person who's offered you the job, maybe the future partner of your life. I don't know. But they're not really on board with it at the moment. They're kind of waiting for your ship to come in so they can climb on board, if that makes sense. We've got the Fool. We got the 4 of Wands. We got the 8 of Pentacles, and we got the Ace of Wands. So the 3 of Wands going to the 4 of Wands. They are committed to it. They're ready to do it. They're ready to jump on board. As I said, they're just waiting for the ship to arrive before they can get on. The Fool, the new journey. They're embarking on a new journey. This is, again, it's that turnaround from the Wheel of Fortune, from the overall all signs energy read I done. They're starting a new journey. Now, that new journey could be, well, yeah, maybe they've done exactly the same as you. The energy is out there. It affects us all differently, but for some of us, it affects us exactly the same. Just to picture the situation, you go into a bar. Let's just say you're heterosexual. You go into a bar for a laugh or a joke. You go and ask the same sex out for a date. Yeah. And for a laugh or a joke, they'd agreed. It's a new journey for both of you. It's definitely a new journey for them. But they're committed to this. They're quite happy about actually going on with this. Yeah, however it may be. It could be the job. It could be friendship. It could be anything like that. With the 8 of Pentacles coming out there, they're ready to work on this. They're happy to work on this. They could be linking with, as I said, maybe you need advice on the new job you kind of lied your way into with your embellishments on your CV or your interview or whatever it was. It could be, it's kind of suggesting this might be a new job more than a new person. Maybe the singleness the universe is looking at for you at the moment, Aquarius, is the fact that you're not in employment, you're not connected and committed to a work, but they are connected and committed to making you work for them one way or another. They know the truth of the matter. They're probably pretty sure that you have embellished things and the like, but they think, well, if you're willing to embellish it to get the job, well, you really want the job, don't you? Yeah. Perhaps they just saw a spark of real genuine interest in you, instead of just I'm here because I need to get my social check and I have to prove that I'm looking for jobs to get it. Crossing this is the 10 of Wands. Now, the 10 of Wands is burdens. I feel what's crossing this is possibly they might be in a situation where they don't really have much of a choice. Okay, but I feel more of this is like the fact that they feel like they're going to be taking on a burden. They're going to be like training you up from scratch or something like that, and they know that it's going to take time. They know there's going to be mistakes. They know there's going to be issues, but they're willing to work their way through all this to get to the end of all this, to then get onto something new. Okay, the 10 of Wands would lead to or back to the Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning. Okay, outcome for you. Ooh. Outcome for you, the 8 of Wands. Nice. Okay, so there is a forward movement for the outcome. Oh, wait a minute. Let's just go through this one as well. We got the Devil crossing that. Yeah, that's sort of feeling trapped in the situation. Okay, it's like they're taking, as I said, they might be taking you on and training you up from scratch, and they know that they're gonna be feeling trapped by this. The 8 of Swords, yeah, they're sort of like stuck in a way of thinking. It's the intuitive energy from the High Priestess, which is all over this read, which is kind of saying that, yeah, you are the right person, but you just really don't seem to fit. And it's going to take work to make you fit. The 5 of Pentacles, yeah, that's kind of like the losses I talked about. Yeah, you might make mistakes, you might do things wrong, they might have to pay for it as the company. But then we got that sort of like Page of Wands energy after that, which is, well, let's just seize this opportunity while it's there. Don't know if we're going to ever get this opportunity again, so let's do it. Okay, so yeah, it's like that. Either way round, if it's like a work orientated thing for you, obviously we're all on slightly different paths, doing slightly different things. If it's a work orientated thing for you, then it's kind of like they're taking the risk on you. They see potential, they see that you have passion for it, but they kind of realize that you might not know anything about it, or you might be sort of like lying or embellishing what you do know about it. With the relationships kind of thing, yeah, maybe they've been through a few bad spells and they've decided, well, yeah, we'll go with this because it's not the norm. It's totally different. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause again while I try to clear my throat a second time in this read. For you regular viewers, yes, you may have noticed there's a bit of a voice change from me. I am clearing my throat a lot more than I normally do on these videos. It's because I'm still trying to shake the aftermath of that nasty cold I had a few weeks ago. Okay, so potential outcome, moving forward, boldly moving forward, or maybe possibly the information. As I said, that Knight of Swords was you might be getting information out of nowhere. So this could be coming from the acceptance. Okay, we got a 4 of Pentacles, we got a Knight of Pentacles, we got an 8 of Wands again, and we got a 9 of Wands. Okay, so we're moving forward to the 4 of Pentacles. Now the 4 of Pentacles is an energy of holding on to things, an energy of I'm actually getting the Midas touch popping into my head. So it could be sort of like the energy of you're in an energy of, or you're moving into an energy of everything you touch turns to gold. There is a bad side to that, obviously. If you know the story of Midas, he touched his wife and his daughter and they just turned into gold statues, and then he was devastated, and I believe the end of it was he ran off and disappeared in the wilderness. But there is this, I'm feeling this Midas touch energy of everything you touch is going to go well. You've got like this golden touch at the moment. With the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, you kind of feel this, you kind of know this, and you know that it's going to take planning and preparation to make sure that you don't touch your wife and daughter and turn them into gold statues. Okay, so not literally, obviously you might not be married and you might not have a daughter, but I'm going off the story of Midas. So yeah, So you're sort of like you're planning your way through this, and you're making sure that, because obviously if you have the Midas touch and everything you touch works out well for you, that could be putting a lot of other people at disadvantages. Okay, not just in the sense of, well, you go in for an interview, you spiel off all your stuff and you get the job and it's put them at a disadvantage. It could be that you go in and like you get the job and then people start coming to you directly to try to get you to do the work for them instead of the company, and you're doing the whole company over, and that's like a lot of people. But that's the kind of energy there is. There is kind of like you're the golden boy or girl. Okay, so you sort of know this, you sort of sense this with, again, our high priestess, our intuition, which is all over this read. You kind of sense that, so you're actually trying to make sure that you don't overstep the mark, you don't use this, I don't know, should we call it luck, to create negative outcomes for other people. You're trying to concentrate on making it all good for everyone around you. The Eight of Wands, again, this could be like, yeah, charging forward, but you're charging forward into the Knight of Wands. You're kind of like defending this, I don't know, lucky streak you're having. I feel actually it's not so much a defending the lucky streak you're having, it's almost like trying to dismiss the lucky streak you're having. Like, yes, it's moving you on, it's advancing you forward. You're moving into this energy with that Eight of Wands, and then you're sort of like then moving on from that, but you're trying to sort of keep it at bay, okay, before people really sort of find out where and what you are capable of and maybe start using you for their own ends and their own nefarious reasons. Okay, I do feel that from that Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords at the end. You wait until I throw the other couple of crossing cards out, because I just saw what was on the bottom after that. This Ten of Swords at the end is actually, you want to bring all this to an end. You don't want to have this Midas touch feeling. You want to bring it to an end. That's what's driving you on forward. Maybe that's why you're totally changing things up in your life, going for a job you know you don't really have any experience in, but it's just like not the norm you go for. Going for the person who isn't the norm you would go for, because you're trying to break the cycle, so to speak, with that Ten of Swords. Now, if you remember what I said about Midas, yes, he got given the gift of turning anything into gold he touched, and then he touched his wife and his daughter and turned them into gold statues, and then that devastated him, and basically at the end of the story he disappeared off into the wilderness, never to be seen again. There you go, the end of the Midas touch story. The hermit disappearing off into the wilderness. Yeah, never to be seen again. But why? Why did he do that? Because he didn't want to hurt the ones he loved. He had already done it to two of them. He didn't want to do it to maybe his son, his grandson, or grandchildren, whatever. Yeah, so he made a sacrifice. The Five of Swords. Yeah, that sacrifice turned everything around for him. The Wheel of Fortune. Basically, you're going through your own Midas touch story, yeah, within your singleness, whatever your singleness is for you. If it's having no friends, or you don't feel like you have any friends. Obviously, none of us are truly single. We all have people in our lives. We just tend to we add the grey. Okay, you meet people, they're either your friends or they're not. You meet people, they're either your relationship or they're not. You get a job and it's either your job or it's not. Yeah. Us as humans put all the grey into it. Yeah. Well, I meet these people, but they're not my friends. But they are. They either are that or they're not. You can't have someone who phones you up, sends you messages, checks up on you, makes sure you're okay, and then you turn around and say, well, they're not my friend. Well, they are, because they're concerned for you. They're checking in on you. Yeah. And so on. But Midas went out into the wilderness to not hurt anyone else. He made the sacrifice. He turned his life round. Possibly talked to God again and said, please take this curse away from me. And God probably replied with something, but it's not a curse. It's a blessing. You asked for it. And Midas has turned around and said, yes, I know, but I've found out that my blessing is a curse. Take it away from me. So God does what God does and takes it away from him, leaving him open for new love. Okay, and not just new love, charging forward into it and changing his life forever. Wow. You gotta love the tarot. You really gotta love the tarot. Anyway, so that is your read. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does, that is fantastic. Hit that like button. Let me know that you liked it. Give me the thumbs up. It also lets YouTube know that I liked it or you liked it, which then pushes the video forward for other people to watch as well as just generally promotes my channel. If you didn't like it, it's okay. You can give it a thumbs down. I don't mind. I'm a big person. I can take that sort of stuff. But let me know in the comments why you didn't like it. Obviously, you can let me know in the comments why you did like it as well. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I suggest that you do so, because that way you'll be volunteering your energies into the tarot team pot and making these reads resonate with you on a more personal level in future. I think that's it. Okay, if you think someone else needs this message, share it out to them. That's always helpful as well. Maybe the universe is using you as a divine messenger at the moment. Okay, until the next time you are watching one of my videos, you'll be good out there.